All right, we're getting into Andypants real quick. Now, I'm going to show you the video that's getting some exposure right now. Yes, this one came out 8 days ago. Oh, yeah, Battlefield 6. Yeah, no one's going to hear this guy. All right, so I'm going to show you what the problem with this guy is while watching this video, okay? And I want you to keep a straight face on this whole thing. I'm going to try not to pause it too much, but watch. You'll see what I mean.
All right, if you're here from Reddit, you might need to change your tampon for this one. Boys, all I'm trying to figure out is how we went from games like this.
I just lost my fucking brother, all right? You hear that? My brother. You and your tower and all this fucking emotion can go to hell.
You're dead, I really do.
Here, you point it in that direction, and you pull this to make it go bang.
Listen, do I come to your job and tell you how to murder civilians?
What?
No. So don't come to my job and tell me how to do mine.
I swear to you, Centurion, Rome will not fall.
So we'll put this in perspective. Half of these games are mid at best. It's already off to a bad start. Just watch, it gets worse. But I'll point out the part that makes this whole thing make sense. You'll see in a minute, or a few minutes.
Not today. Today, we fight.
To whatever the hell this is in 2025.
Just so we're clear, the reason why some of this stuff is in there is not because they're trying to appeal to a certain demographic. They are to a certain degree, to be fair, but it's because they're trying to sell the stuff in China and Korea. Okay, and they're trying to like broaden their demographic, so to speak, by doing that. Also, some of this shit's not even in these games, by the way. Like some of the stuff he photoshopped in here. You know, plus we just had June, and June is sort of a Pride month, so obviously everything's going to go for that for a little while. It just is. Don't ask. But I guarantee you, like a lot of the stuff's not even in these games anymore. He just went off the deep end over this stuff. But again, just watch.
Can somebody explain to me why everything everywhere has to be gay now? Can I go 2 seconds without some degenerate, non-binary, Hello Kitty-ass nonsense in my face telling me how their husband's boyfriend transitioned? I'm sorry if this hurts your fifis, but you can't be gay and masculine. Gayness and masculinity are opposites. Get me.
So why are you mad, bro?
Mad. Get real mad. When I was first getting into Xbox in 2001...
Okay, all right. This is where it starts to make sense a little bit. Look at these games. These are all mid at best. I tried all these. I put them down after an hour. Just so we're clear. I've tried these. They're all these are like okay at best. I mean, maybe the Call of Duty ones are decent, to be fair. But these two, no one plays this shit. No one plays this. This other stuff, no. I don't even know anyone even touched this fucking game. And then you got these down here. It's like these games are just okay at best. That is it. But let this set the tone of where he's going with this. It really sneaks in right now. Like, this guy makes it dead obvious of why he's like this.
Every game was about war and about being a Chad. Now every game seems like it was made by women and dudes with weak arms.
No one goes to war being a Chad. Okay, war is just horror in real life. That's what war really is. And that's the reason why they don't make that shit no more, because they kept trying to push the envelope of how serious they can take it. The problem is it made the games not fun. That's the problem. Because they got to throw crazy shit in there in order to make it interesting. At that point, it must be a sci-fi shooter.
If you look back at the 2000s, we really had everything. Dante and Devil May Cry, an absolute unit. GTA, Yakuza, Metal Gear, Chad of War, Uncharted, SOCOM. Then the Xbox was more shooter focused.
No, you're right. You're right. He mentioned Chad of War. I was like, did you even play the fucking game? The first one? He wasn't a Chad in that game. He was actually down to earth. That's why that game resonated so well, because it made Kratos actually a normal person. That's why we all related to him. It was the second game where he went off the fucking rails. And the second game is dog shit as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, Chad, yeah. Keep watching. It gets funnier.
Halo, Call of Duty, Gears, Brothers in Arms, Splinter Cell. Last year, I made a video called The Pussification of Video Games, and you can consider this part 2 to that video.
And you can laugh at that one, too.
I want to give you some fresh examples of the pussification of modern video games and how this happened. You guys are probably tired of me talking about Red Dead 2 and Last of Us constantly, so I'm going to try to throw in some fresh examples.
Oh, God. Okay. Spider-Man 2. He's going to start with that. This already shows how stupid this guy is and how ignorant he is. Okay? Because there's one thing in this game he talks about that he doesn't understand. Rainbow Six, which are good games to be fair, but they're they're not really skill-based games. They're fun, but they're not skill-based. And the thing is, they're very slow-paced compared to, I don't know, Doom, Quake, Unreal, Shadow Warrior. He thinks that, but here's the thing. That's how Peter is in the comics. But we'll get to that. But look at this. Immortals of Avium? No one bought that game, right? No one even played it. I thought it was a multiplayer shooter from what it looked like. Keep that in mind, and you'll see where this is going. All right, I'll stop talking. Let's go.
In this video, we're going to take a look at Spider-Man 2 and the cuckoning of Peter Parker, Ubisoft and the downfall of Rainbow Six, and finally, Immortals of Avium, Army of Two, and a couple single-player games. But first, are you boys tired of laggy, choppy gameplay on your Clown Shoes iPad? It's time to man up and get a dedicated gaming tablet like the Red Magic Astra Gaming.
Oh, man, okay. There's another problem. He's trying to sound butch. Trying to sell a tablet to gamers. The only people who buy tablets for gaming are kids and grandmas. That's it. No one buys that shit for professional stuff. Why? Because they just go to a PC or a laptop. He tells you to man up and buy a fucking tablet. He tells you to fucking... Dude, I got a new iPad here, but I use that for streaming, okay? That's it. I don't game on this fucking thing. Okay, I mean... I got a Steam Deck for gaming on the go. And I got an ROG Ally. So I don't need a tablet for on the go. But he's talking about a fucking tablet. Let's go.
Tablet. This thing is stupid fast and has a Snapdragon 8 Elite CPU. Heating up won't be a problem anymore with its liquid metal 2.0 cooling system and industry-first dual-layer vapor chamber.
Look at his hands. Those are not Chad hands. I know I'm nitpicking a little bit here. It's getting more and more obvious what kind of person this is. It gets more and more obvious, but anyway.
With its liquid metal 2.0 cooling system and industry-first dual-layer vapor chamber. It's gorgeous, 100...
He shows fucking Genshin Impact! I wish I wasn't so fucking sick. Oh, goddamn. He shows Genshin Impact. And he talks about being fucking Butch. Genshin Impact's a good game, not saying it ain't. Oh, God. Yeah. But he's showing Genshin Impact. Trying to be Butch. Dude, Genshin Impact is probably like the most anime game you can think of. It's a good game. I don't want to play it because I don't want to install the anti-cheat that comes with it. But that's probably, like, to be fair, the most, like, I guess, homosexual game on both angles. Not just men, but also on women. And he's showing it off trying to be Butch.
165 Hz OLED screen gives you frame rates of up to 140 FPS, so you're guaranteed to smoke your...
Okay. Look at the numbers there. 144. 165. He can't even get that shit right. 165 hertz means you can do 165 frames per second. Not 144. He sucks at math, too.
Competition. The Red Magic Astra gaming tablet can handle intense gaming for 6 hours on a single battery charge. It has a 13 megapixel gorgeous rear camera and
Stuck in my Steam Deck. Shut.
a 9 megapixel front camera. Whether you're playing...
Why the fuck would you want a camera? What are you going to do? Take a picture of your small dick while trying to play a game? We're not even 5 minutes in. It's all right.
Genshin Impact, Delta Force, COD Mobile, or whatever. Steam Link, Xbox Game Pass, PS Remote Play, all these are ready to go. You can play anything from anywhere on this bad boy. Finally, at $550, this thing is such a better deal than the...
550. The iPad. I've got the iPad. I didn't buy the big one, but I got the 11-inch. Oh, I'll make shorts. Don't worry. I will. The iPad, dude, I got the iPad 11 for like $350. That's cheaper than that thing. And this probably better than that. I don't game on it because I don't need to. I think I'm playing there is solitaire. That's it. It's just... Oh, God. And my throat's going to hurt like hell after this.
iPad Pro 13 that's going to run you like $1,500. Click the links in the description to learn more about the Red Magic Astra gaming tablet. All right, back to the video. One of the most egregious examples of the demasculinization of a man is 2023's Spider-Cuck 2 exclusively on the PS5. Spider-Man 2018 was much more of a 2000s game. Peter was the hero of his own story.
No, it was a 2010s game. And I don't like Spider-Man all that much. I think we got too much Spider-Man nowadays, but I hear people say good things about it. It focused on the Sinister 7 or Sinister 6. What it did as enemies, which no one ever did for forever. So they focused on that, and they focused on... I think it's also a closer example to Spider-Man Homecoming. It's also similar to that, so they've kind of like meshed them together a little bit, so to speak. I didn't play it because it was on PlayStation only at the time. Now it's on PC, but I still don't want to play it. I'm not a fan of Spider-Man all that much. But we'll keep going.
This is why I bought a box that says Spider-Man on it. I want to play as a superhero. But oh, you bigoted white man. Insomniac Games is going to get you to pay $80 to watch your hero get cucked. And we all fell for it. This is what...
The game did not cost $80 at launch. It cost $70. If you spend 80 on it, we know what the problem is right off the bat.
By the way, I always say Sony is just as bad and just as woke as Xbox. Now look, just to be clear, I have no issue with Miles Morales as a character, and I have no issue with black characters in games. Final Fantasy VII, Gears, Walking Dead, all great games.
Final Fantasy VII.
Black characters in games.
Okay, so Final Fantasy VII's got some gay shit in it too. Like 3 hours into the game, you had to turn Cloud into a woman so you can go save Tifa from the Dawn. Here's the thing, though. You gotta dress. You gotta wear the dress. You gotta wear makeup. And if you want to get picked by the Dawn, you gotta go to a massage parlor with a bunch of gay, big, masculine dudes who have to literally rub you down to get you soft enough so that the Dawn will want to take you in. This guy shoots himself in the foot so easily.
Final Fantasy VII, Gears.
He's only got 2 feet, so might be shot both of them off by this point.
Walking Dead, all great games. What we take issue with is that Spider-Man 2 is supposed to be a story about Peter, being a superhero. This is why I bought...
Spider-Man was never about Peter being a superhero. Spider-Man was about a normal, everyday Joe, basically a geek in New York City, who gets the powers of a Spider-Man. It's basically like a ghetto version of Superman. That's what Spider-Man actually is. It's a ghetto version of that. And the thing is, Peter Parker is a loser. He's always been that way. He's been that way in the comics. He's been that way in the movies. He's not supposed to be masculine. That's the Spider-Man part. Spider-Man, though, is still Peter Parker. So there's a bit of conflict going on there. He's still learning about himself also at the same time. Okay, that's the whole point of Spider-Man. You know, like, this is the reason why I like the Amazing Spider-Man movies with Andrew Garfield. Those kind of sucked. I know there was some good parts in there, don't get me wrong, but people didn't like him because Peter Parker was a little too butch or a little too smart-assy. He was a great Spider-Man, but Peter Parker, he sucked at. That was the problem. That's why people prefer, oh God, what's his face? He was in the Sam Raimi movies. Everybody preferred him over Andrew Garfield. And now we got Tom Holland, who's still a good actor. No, nothing against him. Who kind of meets both parts halfway. But yeah, Peter Parker was always a loser. He's always supposed to be that way. If they nailed that in the games, then they got it right.
Off the game. Instead, we play a game in which MJ and Miles Morales are the heroes. They are constantly saving Peter because they are faster, smarter, stronger, and more competent than Peter throughout the entire game. In literally every boss battle in Spider-Man 2, Peter is either rescued by Miles or rescued by ugly-ass girl boss MJ.
Okay. If you ever get saved by a woman but in real life, you fucking marry that woman. Because that person cares about you. Unlike this guy, what no one gives a fuck about.
Peter is depicted throughout Spider-Man 2 as childish, vengeful, and impotent. Miles, in every instance, is shown as more competent, more wise, more moral, and just a better person in general.
Again, just like the comic books.
I can't let this go. I'm finally everything everyone needs me to be.
Yeah, you don't even answer my calls anymore, man. And what about MJ? You could have killed her. I know you're hurting, Pete, but you're better than this.
I know, but
This is what...
Okay. This guy clearly doesn't watch anything or read anything. Okay, as you can tell...
Better than this.
Okay. He's wearing the symbiote suit. The symbiote has a mind of its own, and it makes you do evil shit. That's what the comic books say. Okay? Peter was going through a mental crisis when he had that shit on, because it made him more powerful, but it also made him more fucked up. Which is why that story is so interesting with people and why they did it. So, yeah, of course, and Peter's always mentally weak. He's always been that way in the comic books. When he gets older, he gets much better because he matures much more. I'm not even a fan of Spider-Man. I know this shit. It's not even hard to figure out. It's the reason why he got rid of the symbiote and had to get rid of it any way he possibly could, because it was ruining him. And Miles Morales is being the good friend, saying, hey, snap out of it. Get this shit off of you. That's all he's doing. This is what real friends do to each other, by the way, okay? Just so we're clear. Your real friends know who you are, and they're going to snap you out of it anyway, one way or another.
I know. But
This is what the woke activists at Insomniac believe, though. They fetishize black people and say that black people are inherently better and more moral than...
There's like 3 or 4 black people. No, there's more than that in this post. So, I mean,
and white people. It's the most insane anti-white propaganda you'll ever see in a game. Insomniac Studios hates white people. In their second big encounter with a boss, Peter is unable to...
He got all these pictures of the rainbow, by the way, from June. This past June. Because it was Pride Month, so we got a lot of stuff from there saying this is the way it always is. No, it ain't.
Beat Venom. Miles comes in and easily beats Venom's ass. Just for fun, I asked AI, why was the symbiote able to possess Peter and not Miles?
He asked AI this question. No, don't ask Marvel or ask anyone who knew Stan Lee. Don't ask those people. No, ask fucking AI, which is known to get shit wrong. I'll skip ahead in a minute and I'll get to the point, but Jesus Christ.
The answer was hilarious. Because Peter was mentally weak and Miles is mentally strong.
Yeah, because Peter is just... Peter's a loser. He's supposed to be a fucking loser. That's the point of the story. Miles was ghetto. He was stronger than that. I mean, I know the Spider-Verse movies, they kind of like switch it up a little bit with him. But they're trying to appeal to more of the Asian audiences, especially in Korea. He used AI to look that shit up. No, he didn't ask Marvel. He just asked AI.
You can't make this stuff up. Throughout the game, Peter Parker is shown as someone who needs to be saved, easily dominated by the symbiote, and driven by revenge. Also throughout the game, Miles is shown as perfect without any flaws, never motivated by revenge, and always the virtuous and moral good one.
Another way, a good friend.
I get that a character with no flaws is boring, but why did Peter have all the flaws in his own game while Miles had none? But guys, this is what happens when you let satanic, homo, LGBTQ propagandists like the entire staff of Insomniac make a game.
This guy never got laid.
You get anti-white, anti-male propaganda like Spider-Man 2. Oh, and if you think the Wolverine game isn't going to be ultra woke, you are coping hard, my friend. So let's look at Spidey 1 now. While it would be a stretch to call Spider-Man 2018 based, I think it's true that Spidey 1 is a pro-male game, while Spidey 2 is very much an anti-white and anti-male game. In the 2018
It's the exact same shit. It's just... I'll skip ahead in a minute.
game, Mary Jane is more attractive. Peter actually saves MJ several times in the first game, you know, the way God intended it.
MJ was a fucking bitch. No one liked MJ, okay? I don't mean anybody. I didn't fucking like her in the Sam Raimi movies. I know they got Zendaya, the player in the latest shows, which, hey, if people are happy with that, fine. I'm not watching them. But...
in saving women because this is what we are made to do and we have bigger arms than them. MJ still plays a role in Spidey 1, but she's just a reporter. She's working in her own way instead of being a girl boss and trying to usurp Peter's male authority. Peter faces off and defeats Martin Lee and then later on his own friend, mentor, and role model, Dr. Octopus. In the game's final moments, the villains unleash Devil's Breath on the city, and Peter must decide whether to save the people of New York or save his own flesh and blood, Aunt May. In a moment of heroic sacrifice, Peter chooses to save the city over Aunt May, who is essentially like his own mother. Despite a couple of woke things in it, Spidey 2018 is an amazing game, and it's about the heroic sacrifices.
There's a couple of woke things in it, so you're not supposed to like it.
We must make in order to become men. Too bad they completely cucked Peter Parker and made him a mouthpiece for gay propaganda in 2023's Spider-Man 2. Moving.
Okay. I'm just going to go back and point out one thing here, okay? You bought Spider-Man 2. If you didn't like what was in the game, you didn't have to buy it. You could have watched anyone live stream it, which everyone was at that time. Or you could have watched reviews, or you could have watched anything else to see if that was in the game and not waste your money. Because here's the thing how that shit works. If you don't like something, don't buy it. One, it saves you a lot of money in the long run, and two, companies actually fucking learn because your wallet makes a difference. All right, so now I'm going to skip to the part that really makes sense. Okay, here we go. This is where it starts to make sense.
The game I want to talk about that captures the complete pussification we are experiencing in modern video games is 2023's 125 million pile of DEI dog shit, Immortals of Avium.
A game that no one bought. No one bought it. No one gave a fuck about it because there were no trailers, no gameplay demos. All you saw were just ads that weren't even videos. They were just ads up on Twitch or some other random gaming website. That was it. No one gave a fuck about this game. No one cared. I thought it was going to be a multiplayer shooter, to be honest with you, and I didn't want to play another hero shooter, which is probably why it bombed. But this is where it starts to get good.
Now you might look at the cover and think, okay, tough looking dude, this might be pretty masculine. Then you start the game.
Notice what he said there. Tough dude, front cover, masculine. And he's insecure. Here we go.
And realize that you play as this kid. Then he starts talking, and it's some of the cringiest MCU dialogue you've ever heard.
Did Caleb ever tell you his plans for this caper he's got in mind up in Topside?
I think he just likes to say caper.
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 It's a fun word.
Feels sneaky.
Target practice?
Why not?
Bro, I can't take 8 hours of dialogue that got rejected from Ant-Man and the Wasp, Part 5.
No offense, but what we do is kind of like... Pew, pew, pew. A Magnus is like... Pow, bang, brrrah. I mean,
just imagine the 42-year-old millennial chuckling to themselves as they wrote this. The kids are going to love this one. But it gets worse. Your name is Jack, and the person you're following, your mentor, is this chick, Luna, who is, of course, a lesbian black girl boss who you're probably secretly in love with, and she rejects you. Within the first hour of the game, she dies, and the bad guys kill her. And guys, this is not a joke. She is replaced by another lesbian black girl boss who is now giving you orders.
We're almost out of time, Jack. Sandrak attacks us from all sides, and there is no place left to run.
Like, when I tell you that liberal millennial men just have a fetish for being told what to do by black women, are you starting to see it now? Jack, the main character, is a total cuck. He has no thoughts of his own and is just doing what all these black girl bosses tell him to do. Would you believe me if I said it gets even worse, though? At about the 2-hour mark in this game, you encounter a big-backed trans woman.
He's at the 2-hour mark. He put some heavy emphasis on that word. The 2-hour mark. Hang in there.
Who is also bossing you around and telling you what to do. This is not a joke. Guys, will these companies ever learn? I've never seen so much money go directly down the toilet drain before. All they had to do was put a tough masculine dude in the game, put a hot chick on his arm who is maybe a damsel in distress. Done.
I'll let you laugh first, then I'll point this out. Go ahead. Get it out of your system. I'll wait. Just a little longer. I'll let the clock turn a little bit. Go ahead, get out of your system. It's okay. Come on, tick tock, tick tock. I'm not downloading TikTok. Okay, here we go. This game bombed. In fact, this game killed the franchise. This is Duke Nukem Forever. It took 15 years to make this shit, and it was garbage when it came out. I know because I have it on PC. I can't. Okay. Now I'm going to back it up. Here's the problem. And this is where this guy is going to get roasted. So he bought Spider-Man 2. Okay, so Spider-Man 2, there's reviews. There's shit going on with them saying what's in the game. Most fans like the game because it was close to what the comic books were, which is all they want. He bought that game not knowing any of that shit, played it all the way through, and then got pissed. It gets worse. Immortals of Avium. Let me see. Let me get to the box art. He saw this box art and thought, oh, wow, this is going to be mass. It's going to be butch. I'm going to play this. A hero shooter for me. And he got screwed. And he mentioned the 2-hour mark. Yeah, because if you buy the game on Steam, which it was on, it might still be on there, you have within 2 hours to decide whether or not you want to refund the game. He played past that and got to that point and got pissed. He was holding out hope. Oh, maybe it'll get better. Nope, I got screwed, and he's trying to blame that shit on the industry. Because he was that fucking stupid. So he's pissed. Because he got screwed because he doesn't understand you're not supposed to go in certain directions. Also, he's incredibly insecure, and that's the problem. This is the people that the industry takes advantage of more than anything. Why? Because they know you're stupid enough to buy this shit. They get your money. And then rather than admit you're stupid and you didn't do the right thing, you're just going to go ahead and make a big video about it, trying to make it seem like, oh, yeah, I'm right. Oh, so he did this after June, which was Pride Month. And try to escalate his point of view. Now I'm going to get to the point that where you really start to see things fall apart.
Army of Two. This game is literally like an injection of testosterone when you play it. It's just buff dudes shooting guns and saying badass stuff. Watch this cinematic and tell me this isn't the most badass thing ever.
In his farewell address to the nation, President Eisenhower left America with a strong warning. Ernest Stockwell, CEO of Security and Strategy Corporation.
This game was just mid. Also, you got to remember, games around this time were all about telling you how badass you are. You're a badass. You're a butch. You are the best thing ever. Other characters in the game tell you. Sometimes the game tells you straight up. Sometimes it says it on the fucking box art. Like, it tries to tell you you're badass because some people are stupid enough to listen to that stuff. Doom wasn't like that. You play fucking Doom, you weren't badass till you beat the fucking game. And even then, the game told you, fuck you. Same with Quake, same with Wolfenstein. Duke Nukem was a parody of itself. We'll let that one go. Shadow Warrior, Blood, Unreal. Unreal had no narration whatsoever. Unreal, you had to play the story all the way through to see what was going on. And what you play as a female character in that game. By stock. You pick a male character if you wanted. I hate doing this when I'm sick. So what, Unreal's not a butch game either? It is, but that's because they were making fun of you. And it does say in the manual that difficulty is meant for babies and grandmas. But no one makes fun of you for playing on a difficulty because the joke is already there. Again, you were a butch when you beat the game. No one told you were butch. You were when you beat the game. As people would be like, oh shit, you did it on Death Incarnate? Fuck yeah, man. One of the best shooters out there. Whereas ever since Halo, every game had to tell you were badass. Whereas those games, you earned it.
Says that warning was misguided, and our
like this game, you're not earning anything. You're just telling you you're badass when the game starts. You didn't even do anything yet.
future depends on the private military.
To fear the military-industrial complex is to fear progress. Look at the operation in Somalia. 35 U.S. soldiers dead, hundreds wounded. But not a single private contractor was injured in the operation. We outperformed the military and achieved all our objectives flawlessly.
So basically,
it's just putting words on the screen, making it sound like it's great. It isn't. This game was like maybe a 6 out of 10.
the American government calls back its troops and forces and just says, we're going to have Tyson and Rios handle everything now. Could there be a more badass intro to your character in a game? See, boys, games from the 2000s were all about male, masculine fantasy. We want to be the hero of the story. We want to be at the center. We want to save the women and the children and the damsels in distress. All of the women should be obsessed with us. Video games have always been about male wish fulfillment. Xbox wonders why they had to lay off 9,000 people this year. It's because you quit making video games about male fantasy and you put a bunch of gay nonsense in your games. It's as simple as that. But in
No, they put stuff in there that was bright and colorful so more kids get into their game as well as esports, but I'm jumping ahead here.
I want to talk about the real reason for the pussification of video games, and it's a couple things. Number one, we let too many women into the video game industry.
Yeah, God forbid you get your dick wet.
If you look at this chart here, women have been trending more and more liberal in America the past 20 years. And the big problem is that we have been hiring and allowing these liberal women into our hobbies. Although I love Last of Us, which came out in 2013, games like Last of Us and Life is Strange in 2014.
I got to stand up for that one. I got to stand up. I can't. I fucking can't. The Last of Us. One of the most emotionally triggered games out there. And he picks that shit. It's not even a masculine fucking game. It's a good game, but it's not a masculine one. Shit, 30 minutes in, you see the main character cry his ass off. I can't. I really fucking can't.
14 started this whole movement of people talking about, quote, empathy in video games. Video games are no longer about male fantasy. They're, quote, art now. Games are art and are about learning to empathize with others. People beginning to talk about video games like this 10 years ago is exactly why we're in our current predicament. Video games are not about empathy. They're not about being some trans goblin. They're not about learning from people different than us. Video games that men will go out and pay $70 for have always been about one thing: male wish fulfillment. We want to be the hero. We want to be at the center. We want to blow shit up. This is our hobby, and it is our right to do that.
He thinks he's Butch. Okay, you know what? Let's bury that right now. All right, so first I'm going to go through the FPS starter pack over here. We're gonna start with this, because apparently he doesn't play shooters as much as he thinks he does. Let's go for Doom. What the hell? Oh, shit, it's not respond. What the f... Okay, there we go. Yeah, you're Butch. You didn't play this. This is from 1993. I don't see anyone telling me how badass I am. They're just trying to kill me. Oh, look, more of them. Hey, no cutscenes either. Hey, no one told me I was badass yet. Hey, I gotta do some more damage. Hey, you're supposed to tell me how badass. You too. Tell me how badass I am. Say it, motherfucker. Say it. Stop shooting me. Hey. You tell me how badass I am. Go ahead. How bad? I'm not badass, aren't I? Stop trying to kill me. I want to know how badass I am. Anybody? There's no cutscene. There's no badassery. I guess I'm not badass. The game didn't tell me. Let's try Turok. Maybe Turok will tell me. Am I badass? Go ahead, tell me I'm badass, please. No, that's a helmet. I don't want to see that. No, that's the engine. We're not doing that. That's the loading screen. That's a shitty company. No, that's an iguana. That's not badass. No, fuck that. Okay, here we go. Cutscene. How badass am I? Well, I got a big dick, so that starts right there. A badass yet? No, that's not. Fucking hell. Am I badass? That's the hub rumors. I don't give a fuck about that. I want to know if I'm badass. Okay, I got a knife. There's a... Get over here, you little shit. Hey! Am I badass? Even the monkey doesn't want to say shit. He's all like, fuck you, asshole. You deal with this. Am I badass? Hey! Am I badass? Just tell me, okay? Am I badass? What's this? An altar? Am I badass? No, that's the key. Stop looking at it. You picked it up already. Okay, it didn't tell me I was bad. There's no cutscenes. Nothing telling me I'm badass or not. Nothing saying shit. Oh, I got a gun. Hey, am I badass? It didn't tell me I was badass. Hey! No despawning. Am I badass? No, stop that. Come on, just tell me, all right? You're a raptor, you don't talk. Am I badass? No! I'm not badass. The game didn't tell me. Oh, fuck, let's go for broke. Where's Duke Nukem at? Did I not put it in here? There it is. Yeah, Duke Nukem. Is this what? Am I badass here? Let's see. Man, that's the intro. No, the music's gay. That's not badass enough. It needs to be like Five Finger Death Punch or something.
Let's rock. Damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shit. Alright.
Am I badass yet? Just tell me, okay? No one's told me shit yet, okay? Just tell me I'm badass. Someone. I'm too stupid to understand that. Oh, that's a rocket launcher. I'm not badass yet. I want to be a badass. Shouldn't have been standing there. By the way, am I badass?
Damn, I'm good. Come get some.
No one's telling me I'm badass or not. I'm not a badass. No one told me. I think we settled the argument right there. The guy wants games that tell him he's a badass without earning it. That's the problem. And my screen just got a little screwed up. Hang on a second. Yeah, man, have yourself a good day. I just wanted to end it right there. Oops. There you go. Okay, for those of you still here, here's the icing on the cake. This is where it makes sense. Let me see. Asmongold had a shot of this. Here it is.
So there's this thing you see on YouTube a lot now, and it's called grifting, and you see people like Luke Stevens and
That's the guy right there.
Asmongold doing it a lot, and it just basically means these people have no integrity whatsoever.
This loser thinks he's a badass.
Asmongold doing it a lot, and it just basically means these people have no integrity whatsoever.
A few moments later.
I can't believe the morning I woke up and
He's trying to be a badass, and he's a fat ass.
I was like, holy crap, like one of my favorite YouTubers, Asmongold, was like making a video, responding to my video. For a second, I was panicking. I was like, oh man, I hope he likes it. I hope he likes it. I hope he likes it. You have no integrity, and you will just regurgitate whatever people want to hear.
Okay. This is the only footage you can find of the guy. Here's what's really fucked up. Check this out. That was his YouTube name. Andy Xbox 123. He was another YouTuber on another channel. Well, let's go look for that channel right now. It doesn't exist. He deleted the channel. You know why? People caught his ass looking that way, and they called his ass out. Don't listen to people like that because, number one, he's insecure. Never listen to someone like that. He's easily exploitable. Everyone else has done it. And he doesn't want to admit the fact that all he had to do really was just admit that he was stupid, get an education, learn to do this stuff properly, and stop being, just stop. But he's insecure, which means easy to take advantage of. And it's going to happen over and over again. If you want further proof of this, watch the Ackman debate, which, by the way, Andypants, he put it up, he takes it down multiple times. I don't even know if it's up anymore, but Ackman put up the whole thing, including Andypants' side of it. You want to see how much of a loser this guy is? Watch this. And by the way, subscribe to Ackman TV. Great guy. All right, I'm going to end this here. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry I didn't play Fortnite as much. I got to practice that game a little more. But it's good to be back. I don't know when to be back. I'll try to be back on Monday if I can, maybe over the weekend. I got to get my health in order. It's been rough. That's why I wasn't streaming the past couple of days. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Hope you had a great time, and hopefully you all see you all next time. So take care.